Okay, everybody, welcome to the latest episode of Pop for
But for
This
this,
for the week of, what's the week? December 22nd. Yes, Christmas week. And we've got a full rundown of the episodes of everything this week. As always, we ask you to like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that good stuff. Pop
we
for This. We are going to be expanding a lot in the new year, so make sure that you get on it and get on it early. We are going to go to our recaps now. So
yay.
it was Christmas week, and we all know that Christmas week with WWE is pretty much a nothing burger, and this week was no different. So, just to go through everything, we started off with a match between Asuka and Rhea Ripley. With Asuka winning, obviously there were shenanigans, but Asuka went over. After that, we had a promo with Maxine Dupree and Becky Lynch. With
Dupree.
Maxine not doing a not too bad a job holding her own. She's very
Huh.
comfortable speaking. What she says isn't great yet, but she's definitely got the confidence.
Such a new talent. Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Another, there you go. Another great example pushing new
Uh,
talent.
uh,
Um, then next we had Javon Evans versus Rayo Americano, the most disrespectful. I
Hey
can't.
man, hey man, they're on television.
I
They're on
can't.
television. He's having matches.
Anywho,
He getting a paycheck. It's
See,
not.
it's
It's not.
always that. It's
It's,
but he's getting paid. Okay,
he's on
so you're
television.
getting money, so that's better than being happy.
How
Nah,
do you know
man.
he's not happy? How
He
do you
ain't
know he's not
happy.
happy?
He ain't happy.
He's on television. He's
He told
he's
me.
he's
yeah,
wrestling. He's living his dream.
That does anyway.
Okay.
Anyway.
So well, I gotta be main eventing WrestleMania to be happy, right?
No, I'm just saying just because you're on TV, that doesn't automatically mean, oh, I'm happy with being a
That
wrestler.
doesn't
I
mean
don't
that
think.
doesn't mean he's not happy.
Okay, so we're both wrong then.
No, I'm right. I know he's happy. I know he's
He told
happy.
me
I
that
know
he's
he's
not,
happy.
okay?
Why? Because he's
he's
on television
Mexican
and
and
he's making a lot more. He's
he's
making a
not a
lot more.
luchador.
Huh?
He's not a luchador. He's an Irish
He
wrestler.
he's getting paid buku bucks.
Okay.
So Yokozuna wasn't a real. He wasn't
Yokozuna was
real from
champion.
Japanese, and he was a real Samoan wrestler, but he was
Yokozuna
getting
had
buku.
Mr. Fuji, and he was a champion.
Right, but here's what I'm saying is that you're saying because he's getting paid, it's okay that he's doing these offensive gimmicks.
How do you?
Okay.
Why is it offensive? Why is it offensive?
All right, I'm not going to get into why
Was it
it's offensive
offensive? So
that
it
a
was offensive.
Hawaiian man,
So,
okay, is
so
a
it was offensive.
his gimmick is that he's a fat sumo wrestler. No, that yeah,
Hey, that's the
that's
shape
fine.
of.
Crime Time?
Why?
Remember Crime
Why
Time?
does
Do we remember Crime Time?
Prime Time went over? Prime Time went over.
All right, I'm moving
Hey,
on.
Prime Time
I'm
went
moving
over.
on.
Prime Time was awesome.
All right,
Hmm.
All right.
next we had Nikki Bella.
Yeah.
Nikki
Mm.
Bella giving a promo, which was trash. Whenever heels talk about the sports team or like that's such cheap heat. I can't stand it.
I loved it. I loved
But
it. I love you,
I,
Nikki.
ugh, I
You're
can't.
awesome.
What?
You're awesome, Nikki. I love you. That was an awesome promo. They
I
don't know what
so
they're talking
next,
about.
next.
Back to
We had
1993, Nikki Bella.
ba Bailey versus Lyra with Bailey going over, which I was somewhat surprised by. But
I like.
I guess
I like.
I guess they kind of had to get her win after she lost to Sol Ruka.
Yeah, Billy's still Billy though.
Yeah, no, she is.
I
Yeah.
ain't gonna start putting over everybody. Like, damn.
Yeah, so next we
BBB.
had Gunther came out and talked some more shit. It was short and sweet to the point. Then you got CM Punk getting involved. But yeah, so there was that.
I started thinking that was a nice little tease, but then I remembered CM Punk beat him clean already.
Yeah, they already had their feud.
I don't know even know why they did that then.
Hopefully they don't go to that again. And then to close
Disrespecting
out the
John
show,
Cena.
they had CM Punk and Rey Mysterio versus Bronson Reed and Austin Theory, with Theory and Reed going over Austin Reed. Austin Theory getting the win with the curb stomp. Um so yeah, that was That was a result of that, and that was our show. So, thoughts, gentlemen?
Yeah,
It
it was
was
all
it
right.
was go.
I like the Austin Theory thing.
I think there's
Austin Theory.
if
I'm
they
a Theory
just,
fan.
I'm sorry, what was that?
I like Austin Theory. I'm a Theory fan,
Okay.
so I didn't mind how he won the match and his whole that segment he had with Bronson Reed in the back where he was like, "Follow my lead," and I don't know. There's a lot. You were saying this, McKinney. There's a lot this could go to. We don't
Mhm.
know. There's a lot of avenues open here.
Yep.
So
Yep. And you never with Paul Heyman being the snake that he is, you never know which direction he's gonna go.
you
You
have
never
no
know.
clue. You
You
have no
never know.
clue.
You never
If
know.
he if he's a double agent for Seth Rollins, when he said follow my lead, is he there? And if he is a double agent for Seth Rollins, he's there to cause chaos. So is he there to say, "Hey, Paul, I don't know why you pushing this bronze, Braun Breaker where you can be pushing me. I
Yep.
should be the one that should be facing CM Punk, not Braun Breaker."
I
You
had a
know?
thought. You just brought up a thought, McKinney. You remember when they had that segment and Breaker was telling Bronson,
Mm,
I got you.
mm,
And then even Paul reminded everyone that it was Braun's idea to get
mm,
Seth out of the vision.
mm.
What if, maybe it's all a trap for Braun Breaker from Seth Rollins? Maybe not the whole vision. Maybe Paul Heyman's gonna turn on Braun Breaker. Maybe
And we
that's
and what about Logan Paul?
You
I
know?
don't I don't see
Logan
him
Paul
back.
is character wise, he's the type of guy who's not gonna want to be out of the spotlight. He's not gonna
Yeah,
want to be on the losing
Got you.
side.
yeah.
So he's another wild card to the situation. I think in general, I think it's been really good. But I
Mm,
will say, since Austin Theory hasn't been doing anything for the last like 2 years, basically, they have to rehabilitate him somewhat throughout this process. And I think Monday was the first step in that. Him getting the win, I think that was very important towards this. So,
yeah. Him still using the curb stomp.
hmm
Him still the people were saying the attire that he was wearing is reminiscent of Seth Rollins,
the
the
pants, bro.
architect.
Telling
Yo,
you.
I spotted that the minute he walked out. I'm like,
Yeah.
hold on, pause. Is he really a double agent for Seth? I like how Seth is still in the story without being in the story.
Yeah.
And you don't really know when they're saying that, hey, he's gonna be out until after WrestleMania. You never know. He might pop up at Royal Rumble. He might pop up at WrestleMania. They might do a Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes came back at WrestleMania.
Yeah,
Seth Rollins could come back at WrestleMania.
He could.
it's true.
He absolutely could. Okay. All right. So, unless you guys have any further
Yeah.
thoughts, that was our Raw recap. McKinney, you were going to say
Nothing.
something?
Yeah, nothing. It was okay. It was a good episode. Nothing really like stood out, but at the same time,
It was
they
fine.
they turned
It
the
was
page
fine.
on a couple of stories.
Yeah, they advanced the things they needed to advance. It was fine. It was
Mhm.
fine. I gotta say, man, they are really investing in Asuka and Kyrie and Rhea and Io. Like they're bro, they consistently have multiple segments on Raw, and it's been like that
Yeah,
for months.
Yeah.
For
and
months.
plus
So I
they
like that.
Match they just had. Like those are the four. If you're gonna invest, those are the four people you do it with.
Yep.
It's bangers all the
Yep.
time.
and all of them could give you great matches. Why not?
Yep.
You could
Yep.
separate them, Kyrie versus whoever, Oscar versus whoever. It's gonna be a banger match.
I want to see Io versus Asuka. I want them to get to that. But anyway, so yeah, that was our excuse me, that was our Raw recap for the week of December 22nd. And we are going to move on to our next segment now. So that's that. Now we're going to get to our NXT and SmackDown recap.
Bless you.
Oh, excuse me. That wasn't a sneeze, that was a cough, but whatever. Anyway.
I
Um,
take it. Did I take it back?
so this week we had a pretty brisk episode of NXT. Lola Vice versus Izzy Dame, with Vice defeating Dame. Probably gonna go to some friction there in the culling. After that, we had Thea Hale talking about her controversial win when Blake
Hmm.
Monroe didn't get her arm up, which was
Hmm.
definitely not planned. So Thea Hale came out, gave her promo. Blake Monroe came out, responded. You already know how that goes. Next, we had Eli Knight, who's a wrestler from Evolve, versus Tavion Heights. Tavion Heights went overnight. That
Hmm.
was just whatever. It was just a
Yeah.
match. Then we had Oba Femi and Leon Slater uh,
The
having a
the
promo.
Woola, the
Ah,
Woola,
so the Destroyer,
The
the Bringer
destroyer.
of War.
the bringer of
I like
war.
that name, Eli Knight.
Yeah. Um, so yeah, and that was good. Leon Slater's gonna take on Oba for the title. That should be a lot of fun. After that, we had Ricky Saints coming out and giving his reasons for why he turned on Javon, and it was bullshit, but whatever. It didn't
I
fit
want
into the
Devon.
storyline.
I want Devon to really hurt that man.
Ricky Saints,
Because he
please,
did that shit off of hate. Off
Just
of hate.
straight
You got
hate.
your
straight
ass
up.
whooped. You got your ass whooped. You lost. Javon Evans was about to win and beat Oba, and you started hating, and you just caused the fucking DQ.
Straight
Yo,
hate.
Javon never need to whoop his ass.
Like
I
not in
hope he
not in
does.
the ring. And I'm gonna meet you outside in the parking lot.
That's a fact.
He looks like a cornball to me.
I don't like. Remember
Yes.
when he did that interview when he had the belt and it was like up to
He looks
him?
mad small. Even
I
when he's next to Javon Evans, he still looks mad small.
I
Okay.
can't.
Well, Javon Evans is 6'5". He's not a little dude. If Javon Evans puts on like 20 pounds of muscle,
Can you
Jesus.
imagine?
Yeah, if he
Jesus.
gets swerve size.
Oh shit, yeah.
Whose house?
Yo, I love Swerve. Anyway, getting off target. Off track, I should say. Next we had Skylar Ray and Shiloh Hill versus Stax and Ariana Grace. I can't stand Shiloh Hill.
Yeah. I hate
Takes
the
out his teeth when he goes crazy. Like, you're corny, bro. And the video packages were corny. It's like, my father used to take me to wrestling events, and I used to write about him in my blog. I'm like, yo, dude, shut up. Like, stop. What? You're a Undertaker hacker? You're the
yeah.
Under hacker? I don't
Hmm.
understand what your thing is.
It's Shiloh.
It's
That's what they
terrible.
want.
Shiloh Hill. Shiloh.
Shiloh.
Anyway. Then next we had Andre Chase versus Lexus King, with King defeating Chase. One thing I gotta say, Andre Chase kills me because he's always wrestling in the sweater and the button-down collared shirt, the slacks and sneakers. I don't understand how this man
Oh.
doesn't get ridiculously
Oh, he
hot.
goes in the back
That's
and
a
he passes out.
That's why how I would be wrestling because you know why I told you guys why I would never be a wrestler. That would be because number one, I'm always cold, so I can't be walking around with my shirt off. So like, that would be my wrestling gear. I have a sweater on and everything. And my second reason, I'll be asking what all the time. Clothesline,
What did you
what?
say?
What?
You're gonna go into the corner. I'm gonna uppercut you.
And plus,
What?
what?
Fuck. No, it's too late now. Shit.
What? Don't do it now.
And
Don't do it
plus,
now.
and
What?
plus, you know, like they be doing it in stadiums, everybody be cheering. You can't hear a damn thing. You like,
Huh?
what?
Look, I'm gonna throw you in the air and you're gonna reverse it into a cutter. What?
Huh? Huh?
Huh? What?
Yo.
Huh? Terrible. All right. Then last match
Oh.
we had Chelsea Green versus Sol Ruka. This was actually a pretty good match. And then
What?
we had the run in with Moose, and Ethan Page. Moose is a great wrestler. And Ethan Page has been great with that title. The Ethan Page Chelsea Green pairing is really, really good, really entertaining. So that was our episode of NXT. You know, not much happened. Um, yeah, not much happened, but it was a good build up to, what they're gonna do at New Year's Evil. I'm really excited for Oba versus Leon Slater.
Uh-huh.
That should be dope.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, that's gonna be a crazy match.
unless you guys have anything else, we can move on to Raw to SmackDown, I should say.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's let the smack it down it.
Okay. So SmackDown was pretty horrible. Uh,
It wasn't that bad. It had some bright moments.
it had one bright moment.
It had
But
a couple of
anyway,
bright moments, but we're about to go through it right now.
yes, we are.
Yes,
The
we
Miz
are.
versus Joe Hendry
A bright moment. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't.
at
No, it
all.
wasn't. Not at
About
all.
to
Like
say,
Not at
you
all.
could already see like Joe Hendry, this man is gonna be super jobber status. He's gonna be the Miz starting out. What the
yeah,
Miz is now, that's what he's gonna be starting
yep.
out. Terrible.
I thought he was gonna be the John Cena variant.
So did I with how over he was and
Hmm.
but
This whole gimmick. I
Can't a
think.
gimmick like that, you can't give it a rest. You got to keep going with it.
yeah,
You don't see Joe Hendry until stuff like this.
yeah.
Oh,
And they're overplaying the, say his name thing. Like,
oh,
Jesus Christ, you do that shit like twice an episode. Stop it.
oh.
Anyway, next we had Lash Legend and Charlotte Flair with Lash Legend taking the L, which, is expected, but still an excellent spotlight
Hmm.
Yeah.
for each of them. And they're usually in tag team action, so it's good to see them on the main roster. Uh,
That was a good matchup.
it
Yeah.
was. It
Last
was.
Legend got some moves.
Yeah.
Lash Legend is gonna be, I think she's gonna be a
Yeah, she got
star.
some
The
moves.
better she gets, the more time she spends. Yeah, she's gonna
Hmm.
be.
She's already good on the mic. She's got swag. She's got presence. And yes, she can wrestle. And she's athletic as hell. You're gonna see Lash Legend do some shit. I'm
Mhm.
telling you. You're gonna see her do some shit. Next we had the highlight of the entire week. Ilya versus Carmelo Hayes. I mean, can't say enough about it. Great match.
Very
Hayes
much.
won, going over Dragunov, his first title on the main roster.
Hmm.
Very happy for him. Hopefully he'll continue
Yes.
the US Open Challenge. Next up, we had the Green Regime, so Chelsea Green and Alba Fire against Julia and Kiana James, with Julia getting the win.
Good for
This,
Julia, but they need to know how to push her right.
yeah, this will probably be a feud between Julia and Chelsea Green. I think they'll go back to that. Um, but yeah, Julia, they got to tap into that, and they're just not. So yeah. Then we had to close out the show, right? That's how it close out the yeah. To close out the show, we had Drew McIntyre and Cody Rhodes. Um, I mean, it was okay. Drew McIntyre is always good for a good promo. He is solid work. But I mean, the feud, like the intensity they have now feels very artificial, and this is what they needed to have back when they were feuding before. But regardless, I think Drew McIntyre is playing his part really well. And yeah, so that was that. So that was our episode of SmackDown, boys. What are we thinking?
I think it was an okay match of okay episode of SmackDown. I like the Drew promo. I love that line when I sing the hell you
Yeah,
can say hello to your father. He had a couple of other haymakers that he also said, but I can't remember them right now. But Drew, like you said, Drew's always good for a good promo. Yes, this feud has gone on way too much. Do I think Drew's gonna win? No, I do not think Drew's gonna win because Royal Rumble is at the end of January. They are not gonna put the title
yeah.
on Drew. Like, oh, but he could lose it. He could lose it
A
like at
elimination chamber or something
at elimination, they're not gonna do that. Cody's walking in to WrestleMania
as
as
champ.
champion.
Yep.
One part that I think we skipped was that little trick segment with Cody.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
You know,
I did miss that. I did
we were
miss that.
talking about pushing
Young talent, yeah.
the young talent. Trick on SmackDown. That's a good start. That's a good start. And you never know if he bumps into Mello, they could have
That
that huge feud also.
they could have that feud. They could put them back together again.
Yeah, they
Or
could do a lot with that.
or they could have him feud with Ilya. We were talking about Ilya needing something to do. He could
Hmm.
feud with Ilya because they
Yeah,
have beef from NXT.
Yep,
yeah.
that's a good feud. There you go.
And Trick Williams, he's known. He was the TNA champ. He was NXT champ. Like Trick Williams has a lot of cachet. So and he's got some momentum behind him. People know who he is. So that's something that I could see them doing.
Hmm.
That would be good. That would
Yeah.
be cool.
Hmm.
Um.
Yeah.
So
Um,
yeah,
what else? And yeah, and I don't think we talked enough about the Mello and Dragunov match. That was a barn burner.
that was. But we're
Hmm.
gonna get to
Yeah.
that though.
Hmm.
But yeah, that to me that like it held up the whole week for WWE. But anyway, let me see. I did have some notes here. Um oh yeah. That's what I wanted to say. Julia actually her English is a lot more advanced than like Kyrie's or even Io's. I think that they should actually have her talk a little bit more or not talk at all because she's got a manager, which
Hmm.
I don't really understand. I don't really like that connection
Make any sense. That's why I don't like I'm not invested in Julia at all.
at all. At all.
One
I think they should have done this with Asuka like years ago when she first debuted. There's never been a Paul Heyman girl. I'm
yeah.
not saying it should
Yeah.
be Julia, but it just makes me think like if you're gonna put her with a manager, imagine if you put her with Paul Heyman. There's never been a Paul Heyman girl.
I
So
thought Charlotte was gonna be the first Paul Heyman girl
you thought
for
she
a
was gonna
little
be a Paul Heyman girl?
for a little bit. The way they were pushing her, and plus she's a Flair, and she's already up there with titles, and Paul Heyman has that. Either Paul Heyman pushes a already known big star, or he pushes the star of tomorrow.
Yeah.
And Charlotte Flair had everything. She had the name behind her. She was already winning titles, and people already saw that. Hey, Charlotte Flair is the future. He would have, they would have been perfect together, in my
Yeah,
eyes.
that
They would have
that
been perfect together.
that would have been great. That would have been great. I could say that. That would have been great. But yeah, so I thought SmackDown was terrible, but then again, WWE's holiday shows, they rarely hit. They're just so dumb. They're just so dumb. Just the Miracle on 34th Street fight, like Akira
Mhm.
Tozawa dressed as an elf and like that's crazy. And you know what's crazy? Akira Tozawa can wrestle his ass off.
Yeah, he can.
Yeah, you can.
Go back and watch some of the shit that he did in 205 Live and during the
Mm-hmm.
cruiserweight tournament. Akira Tozawa can go. Just one of the many people that WWE's know what the fuck to do with. But anyway, that's my thoughts on SmackDown. I did not think it was good.
Okay, go.
Yep.
You got anything, Gil? Or you?
No, I it was on my flop five the whole episode.
Yeah, it was
But
terrible.
I didn't really have anything for it, so
Yeah, it
Where's
was
your
terrible.
Christmas spirit, guys? Where's your Christmas spirit?
they
Christmas is
did.
over, bro. Christmas is over. Okay.
Huh?
All right. So I'm excited.
Sweet.
All right. So anything else, boys?
Nope.
Oh, that's it.
Come on.
All right. Well, that is our show for the week. As always, we thank you for giving us your time and we ask that you like, subscribe, comment, follow, all that good shit. So, yeah.
Word.
All right, everybody. We will see you in 1 week. Oh, wait. No, we forgot. We've got a special episode coming up, boys.
Special episode just for you guys. Don't tell
Yes.
anybody.
So
Year
look,
in review, and we're gonna be giving out the Popskers, the Poppies. We're
Poppy.
going to be giving out our year end awards. Best female, male wrestler, match of the year, feud of the year. And what was the last one? I forgot what the fifth one was. But yeah, we're gonna have some good shit for you guys
Mhm.
right after the new year.
Remember
So,
Poppy from Seinfeld?
oh, and breakout star of the year, that's the fifth one.
Every time he got stressed, he would pee.
Who?
Poppy from Seinfeld.
Oh yeah. Poppy peed on my sofa.
I gotta sit down.
Woo.
All right,
Anyway.
boys.
All right, boys. So that's our show. Catch you next week.
Laters.
Later.